Welcome to MachismoTV, the ultimate destination for modern men seeking to upgrade their lifestyle. Our channel covers a range of topics including current events, fitness, personal development, and technology to help you look, feel, and live your best life. Tune in for actionable advice and engaging discussions. We the willing, led by the unknowing, are doing the impossible for the ungrateful. We have done so much, with so little for so long, we are now qualified to do anything, with nothing.
So join up. Do your part. There's a long war ahead, and we need you. So join up. Do your part. There's a long war ahead, and we need you.
Have you any idea how successful censorship is on TV? Don't know the answer? Successful, isn't it? Have you any idea how successful censorship is on TV? Don't know the answer? Successful, isn't it?
About how we can better ourselves and further ourselves, further your mind, you know what I'm saying?
How you gon' wear my shorts when the last one
Let's be clear. This is
How you gon' be in your love when the bed don't sleep? Deep crash your feelings in the middle of the street. When you was at your lowest, tell me where the hoes was at. When you was at your lowest, tell me where the bros was at. 3:30 in the morning, stroll through the call up. Ain't nobody but the mirror looking for the fall off. I love when you count me out. 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 My name is in your mouth.
Might be about you. Might be about you.
Conductor. Welcome to the new rule era. Yo. This that purple take Nick for Tony vibes. Hey yo. Imagine getting murdered with the case in the Sub Village. It sure is. Yeah. DJ Drama.
Hey yo, I'ma take it back to the ski mask Chanel. So yo, with my mouth, I can never fail. I can be through you, I can tell you a tale. You ain't never ate rooms, Chris in a cell. Everything grab, you moving at a pace of a snail. Supreme clientele, cause my cocaine pal is rap doing alright. My dope house well with Egypt, reading Portland's Carter doing well on a mountain.
Claim my position in the kitchen, I'm working. Whip it, bag of half and 50s, hit the strip and I serve it. If it's an issue, trust, I'm coming to get with you in person. With the extender, throwing at you till I flip it suburban. All my businesses flourish, I'm on my way to my yacht. I put a 6 on the dock like Julius Erving. Damn, I know my nigga's sisters is hurting. He caught new case, but got his sentences concurrent. That ain't get him discouraged. Got another homie in prison for murder. He will let his gun clap and fire at anyone that would try. Watching this baby mother's cry, I got numb, I can't lie. His mama ain't shed a tear, she know that come with his line. Thought about it, his kids was young when son got the time. Won't see his daughter graduate, can't teach his son how to drive. Not to see where I get this ambition from and this drive, the machine. I'm iller than anyone that's alive. Look, bought the Benz truck and the Maybach with no license, straight from dealership, not from the auction with the low prices. A long way from selling white and running from the polices. You niggas know who flow nicest. Raise the bar like coke prices. Fronted the homie, caught the joint, he stopped answering. And my nigga since grammar school, I don't know how to handle it.
Olive Green Valley went breaker to wet my taste buds. Y'all hate niggas praying for table crumbs. Damn, y'all looking bad, y'all might be mistaken for bums. My first thought was to put some spare change in your cup. Here's a blanket, at least you'll be covered up. I'm becoming numb, I don't feel the love at night, I hug my guns. Might touch you with the same razor I used to cut my drugs. Homie, these blades ain't made for shavers, son. Snub is stainless, the air is white like Shayla Buff, I waited. Lipo sucked the plug, left weightless. Niggas on the waiting list, look at your greater wig, what's that, a wave kit? Listen baby, don't shake the shit, please. Still a assist, shit scaring away the fish. I'm a player, son, I'm just here sharing game with pimps. Bitch tried to throw a big monkey wrench in my Benz vent. I find it interesting, I was chilling just when they thought the engine went. I still did it big. Pick of the litter, but ain't no kittens here. I'm like Huey Newt sitting in the king's wicked chair with the pistol near. My face is chiseled in the silverware with care. Spilling Bel Air on the thread I wear. I'm a threat out here. You better not let the cat out for air, yeah. I'm a threat out here. You better not let the cat out for air, yeah.
I used to think about the people in your life. Then I think of Neil. And then you were sitting there right now when you say to me, you say, John, what's it about?
Yeah, I ain't no Superman businessman like you. You know, I'm just a gangster, I suppose.
The butcher coming, nigga. I won't shake your boss hand or kneel to the Pope. Me and Duffel like Gotti and Neil de la Croce. They cry crocodile tears when they broke. I'm tucking eagles in my belt and putting crocodile skin on a coat. Cutting bills from a sealed envelope. Niggas got 2 feet in the game and still don't got no idea how I go. As always, I only did what I know. Instincts start kicking in when the meat on your ribs getting low. Streets got a dark side to 'em, I watch for the double cross. They threw the triple at me, this made me trigger happy. Streets made me business savvy. Yeah, the bosses of all bosses, capo the tootie cappy. Let's start there, look how we started, now the vets all peers. And I don't gotta cash a check all year. Let's address your fears, order your nightmare, just your ears. Though Jasper can protect your chance, I thought more of my enemies. It'd be hard to avoid a hater.
On decorations. But the white boys had told all them French gals that we had tails. Then they found this ignorant colored soldier. Paid him to tie a tail to his ass and run around half naked making monkey sounds. They put him on a big round table in the Cafe Napoleon. Put a reed in his hand, crown on his head, blanket on his shoulders, and made him eat bananas in front of all them Frenchies. Oh, the white boys danced that night. Passed out leaflets with that boy's picture on it. Called him Moonshine, King of the Monkeys. And when we slit his throat, you know that fool asked us what he had done wrong.
Country shot.
My daddy told me we got to turn our backs on this kind, Wilkie. Close our ranks to the chitlins, the collard greens, the cornbread style. We are men, soldiers, and I don't intend for our race to be cheated out of its place of honor and respect in this war.
The pupils burn from the gaze of the sunlight. Trying to go legit this time with no gunfight. Straight flights to Ghana. My man got the gold connect. Bow-legged dude with chicks on deck. He got Navy sailors moving their crypto specs. Maybach Hummer, sound like a discotheque. His brother Stan blew off his own hand. He's in the mausoleums, couldn't show his wrist back on. It's in the Coliseum. The monster's out, straight down in the opera house. Scorpion pendant, red stone in the lobster mouth. Diamonds embroidered in the Chinaware. Speaking through Tesla phones, tucked behind the ear, Snow White Royce, guts red with lasagna chairs. Scarface party was raw with mad lines in there. Everybody holding, rock wallets, mad nines in there. Hitters with gold fronts frontin', what's the concierge? 50 years of hip hop, New York is the mascot. City is the backdrop, one more you can holler at me. You can holler at me.
that I gotta be the best of them all. That's just cut and dried. I'm the best. Whether you like it or not, you're looking at, the greatest, the best looking man, the best dressed man, long limousines, jet airplanes, custom made clothes, and any woman in the world I want, just like that. You know what? Let's face it, if you're not carrying the big gold, you're second best no matter what you tell yourself. So gear up, ladies and gentlemen. Get used to it. Who you're looking at, the man.
The almighty, the legendary West Side.
Apollo be thy name.
Fly God himself.
You're looking at the man.
That's how we do it. You're in the mix. You're in the mix. That's how we do it. You're in the mix. You're in the mix.
Your girlfriend's favorite DJ.
I don't understand what's going on here.
Is in the mix. Your girlfriend's favorite DJ.
I don't understand what's going on here.
Is in the mix.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Johnny.
Show will begin now.
Where you found that? Where you found that? What's the name? That sound bite? But gee, I heard it before.
yeah, man. I had to I started updating the soundboard, updating the visuals. The season done, man. Time to get busy. Time to get with it.
I be seeing them, and I be hearing that in the boxing clips when they be showing all the legends knocking niggas out. They be like,
straight up, yo. What up, chat? What up, chat? Salute, man. Revelator, I see you in here. No news as always. Music Man 215 in the building. Stand up. The game yesterday. You talking about the Sixers? Yeah, man. We won by 1 point. That shit was crazy, right? That shit was well. Hold on. Southwest Philly in the building. Stand up. I gotta give them one of these. Okay. Oh, yo, Hoop ain't here for me to talk shit to him. Hoop ain't here for me to Hoop ain't here for me to talk. Hoop ain't here for me to talk shit to him. You know what I'm saying? Yo, straight up. Sorry, let's get sound check. So, what's up? You in the building, Playboy?
Mic check.
All right, good. You sound good, Tito.
Yeah,
You sound good, Mr. O. You sound good, and we got the one and only.
Yep.
No news. What's up? Make a sound check, Playboy.
Nah, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Pleasure to have you once again, man. I'm glad you're getting back in the game. We did random shit with us earlier this week. You can come back this week. Me and Mr. O doing it again Monday and Tuesday, so you know what it is. And I'm gonna shoot you an email. All right, man. Let's get right down to it, man. We got a good show lined up. Yo, outspoken introvert in the building. I see you, man. Says saluting panel. He said that. He said that Boston. That's what Boston said yesterday. Fire. Yeah, I know that's crazy, and it's even better because we beat Boston. They arch enemies. Let's get into it. Shells. I see you, Playboy. All right, let's get into it. So we're gonna open a statement for the chat and replay gang. We get down to it.
Look here, man. Like I said before, there's a lot of chess pieces on the board moving around. It is moving rapidly. It is, fire and fuel for me to hear these bitch ass and whiny ass leftists cry about every damn thing. So it means that we getting close to what we want and how we want things to go by, continuing to hit them in their pain points, man. There we go.
All right, bet. Who said, damn, bro, I'm a Boston I'm from Philly, bro. Us, Boston Celtics with basketball and football, it's the Cowboys. Kick them in the nuts every time. Although Philly love Larry Bird. It was a love hate type thing. We fuck with Larry Bird. But yeah, Philly and the Celtics. I mean, Sixers and the Celtics. Yeah, man, that's like since fuck the 70s, bro. Tito, open the statement, sir.
Don't believe what they telling y'all on MS Now. Don't believe what they telling y'all on CNN. Don't believe what they telling you on your late local news. If you're a black person, the next time you show up to your polling place, there's not going to be a state trooper with a toothpick in his mouth and mirror sunglasses trying to keep you from vote. Nobody is going to try to give you a literacy test or try to charge you a poll tax. It's going to be just like it always was. Don't believe them. Don't believe the bullshit leftist fear mongering. And even though BGS's gay ass tried to do a show to keep you from bringing the information that we are going to try to bring you because we got a split audience, or at least he thinks so, you can't stop the truth, BGS. Because that's why he's on right now. He's trying to provide political cover for the Democrats because he knows that we're going to talk about this, but we'll talk about this more later.
Mr. O, it's all you, Playboy. Open a statement for the chat and the replay gang.
And to piggyback the illustrious hardcore Tito, you won't be asked to show your granddaddy clause, see if your granddaddy had voted, so you can go ahead and vote. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about that, but you have to worry about who's going to be voting, especially in the years to come. Here in our fair city of Chicago, we literally had this thing called May Day, in which since these teachers can't teach what for damn, they want high salaries, and they took our youth out of class to learn one thing about the Constitution. For some reason, they want to go ahead and practice every damn day this thing called protesting. But protesting the wrong thing, brainwashing our youth, and now we got to go ahead and put a stop to this shenanigans. And we have the nigga tube, the nigga TV is going out of business. We have Love and Hip Hop going out of business. We have Spirit Airlines going out of business. So a lot of the things that we consider black culture, nigga culture, is basically about to go out the door. So we got to go ahead and bring a new image to the masses, and which you can get here right here on MachismoTV. In other words, to quote the great Chuck D, don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype.
All right, well played. You brought up Chicago, so actually after we get our opening statement from No News, I'm gonna circle back at the top and ask you and Tito about Chicago Red and the elections to Chicago real quickly, just off the top of the hour. No News, it's all you. Opening statement.
All
sir.
right. So with all the stuff that's happened this week, don't let these folks distract you from the fact that fraud is still going on all over the country. Recently, I saw something with the Asian folks with the daycares as well. Nick Shirley really opened a can of worms when he peeled out the Minnesota fraud. So now you got all these independent journalists all over the country uncovering all types of fraud from the daycares, Medicaid, hospice, and it's not just the Somalis. You know, it's easy to blame the dark spot in the room, but all these immigrant groups with the H-1B visas and all that, who are not operating under their H-1B visas, and just straight up just willy-nilly peeling off millions, driving supercars. Don't let them distract you from that. And I'll land my plane there.
Well played, sir.
My nigga.
All right, Music Man trolling you in the chat. All right, we got 3 segments lined up for you guys. We got hold on. We got shout out to Passport OG because I saw his video earlier this week. I didn't even know about this movie, but it's a problem. God is, and I'm hoping at some point Dr. Tia San Johnson does an expose on this as well, and I'm sure when the movie comes out, Tia will do something as well. We got to talk about Supreme Court decision regarding redistricting in Louisiana. That's a big win, whether guys know it or not, and that alludes to Tito's opening statement. And we got to talk. Saul called this, man. Saul called this what, season 2, season 3, about as we start to gain influence, they would not only send the quiches at us, that they would send the fruit mongers after us. And then so right after this, we got this funky Dineva calling black men cancer, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's all coordinated in time. Tito covered it earlier this week, so we're going to play a section of that live, and we'll do commentary on that. So, but really quickly, Mr. O, you said in your opening statement about Chicago, elections coming up, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I saw that now I'm on record as saying that we should not vote for Keisha for another decade. That's my stance on. But I did see the female from Chicago Red is maybe throwing her hat in the ring for mayor as a Republican. So you and Tito are pardon me, you and Tito are both, where'd Saul go? You and Tito are both, Mr. O, can you hear me? Mr. O?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Oh, cool. All right, so you and Tito are both in Chicago, and I was just offhand wondering, Tito, you can go first. What are your thoughts on that? Because you guys have had back-to-back 2 horrible mayors, Lightfoot, now Brandon, and you got Pritzker in the governorship. What are your thoughts on this Chicago Red candidate running, throwing her hat in the ring for mayor? Go ahead, Tito.
I mean, hopefully, it would be nice to see her get elected, but at the end of the day, you're talking about 200-some-year-old odd political machine, and it's all type of gauntlets you got to run, from the crooked poll watchers to the fraudulent voting machines. For you to ensure a completely fair election in a deep blue area like this, or like New York, you would have actually had to start getting people, undercover people, as delegates and precinct captains and shit like 12 years ago, to have enough, backlogged information and evidence of cheating for it to be able to actually affect one election. And then you would have to hope that you had like a favorable Justice Department, because under most of these Democratic administrations, and even a lot of Republican ones, if you were to report that type of cheating to the FBI, they'll probably really just look the other way, because they know about this shit. They know. But I mean, hopefully, she gets elected.
All right, well played. And Mr. O, you actually brought it up in the opening statement. So I think I asked you about it briefly during one of the random shit streams, but What are your thoughts on that? On the Chicago Red candidate throwing her hat in the ring for Chicago mayor? At this point, like I said, I know I'm on record saying no Keisha's elected for a decade, but I'll take that in Chicago.
Well, that's the thing about me. I say no Keisha's period. They have a bad track record for politics. Stacey Abrams, Miss Bottoms down there, and what's Miss Bottoms at Atlanta? Your mayor in Philadelphia.
They're all Democrats, though. That's my point.
Hey, look, I can't separate one Keisha from the next, bro. I'm sorry.
Bro, I'm with you. I'm the one on record said no Keishas at all. I was just wondering what your guys' thoughts were on that for Chicago, since you're both there.
Well, I would, I would, you know what I'm saying, but I think she's a married woman, but I would. But she's the best looking one and the most intelligent ones that be coming out in the next few months for this mayor election. She will probably win because who they really gonna run? Tony Preprinkle? I mean, another grassroots candidate. They ain't got no affiliation to the black nigga community in Chicago, but one represent black like he Brandon Johnson. Yeah. She might have a shoe in, but I still don't trust her. Still fuck her, but I still don't trust her.
Well, and there you have it. Yo, quiet storm in the building. International quiet storm. All right, guys, let's get after it. Let's knock this black female effery out of the way first. So I want to do this latest piece of like I said, when I saw the video, shout out to Passport OG. The biggest thing for me is that it's like they took it up a notch. Like they've really produced a 2026 color purple with all of the tropes, and they just are wantonly blazing, unabashed with the black misandry and patricide themes. Like, this is a movie dedicated of a black woman telling her two black daughters to hunt the father down and kill him because he set them all on fire. Like, really? That's what we're doing? Okay. So my impressions is, like, if anyone is of any form of confusion or disbelief or etc., that it is a all-out war in terms of information bubble, narrative shaping, demoralization, misandry, etc., with regard to the heterosexual, free-thinking, independent, productive black male. You need a friggin' wake-up call, because we're getting attacked from all sides, and it's they're not even trying to fucking hide it anymore. So you said I hope I'm wrong. You see what? Yeah, I see what the Keisha mayor's doing to Philly. Yeah, it's a fucking disgrace. I mean, you guys just got over she had the trash piled up everywhere. But like I've been saying this, yo, D, name and handle. I see you, Playboy. Like we've been saying, Keisha runs companies, cities, everything, like they run their single mother homes. Okay, Music Man, you say, yo, that movie is crazy. I know it's dropping May 15th, and look at the actors who are selling. Yeah, it's Vivica Fox, the whole 9 yards. So I'm gonna play some of Passport OG's video on this. Shout out to him because he did a good job covering this. So I'm gonna let some of it play, then we'll round robin.
Constructed as threats that necessitates ritual death for the maintenance of order. With a movie poster of two strong, young, yet disfigured black women standing on the hood of a burning car, symbolizing their burning desire for revenge, flanked by the words "is God is" and a caption, "make your daddy dead, real dead," it will be very difficult to find a better example of the demonic imaginary that Dr. Ronald Neal speaks of than this.
Please tell me you have seen the trailer for "Is God Is." I just watched the official trailer and I am shooketh. The movie comes out May 15th and I cannot wait to watch, y'all. I'm so serious.
Even though this movie doesn't come out until the summer, I'm already ready to carry it on my back for award season. Yes, I have this much faith in the film already. The movie comes out in theaters May 15th through Orient Pictures.
Is God Is looks like it's going to be one of the best movies of this year.
All in all, I am really excited to see this movie May 15th when it comes out.
I've been waiting for the project that was going to make me so excited that I can't shut up about it until it comes out. And that is God Is. Aesthetics, casting, also poster and trailer alone. With Beyonce, Yaya playing in the background. We see all these like dope clues of what type of journey they're about to be on. And honestly, sign me up.
Y'all already know what we're doing over here. This is on the Black Media calendar for Q2. If anybody at the studio needs someone to do the press junket, your girl's available.
Who hasn't dreamt of setting their father on fire? 18 years after twins Anaya and Racine witnessed their father burn their mother alive, they are given a singular task on her deathbed: to make their daddy dead. Real dead. Destroy all he attempted to destroy them for.
In 1992, the movie Boomerang faced criticism for its Black love romantic comedy script and cast because they were all Black. Fast forward 34 years later, we have an all-Black cast. There's just Black love missing.
Growing up a girl and letting people do things to you for years and years and years means your anger will turn biblical. Anger that is incoherent, unidentifiable, and inconsolable. And that is the anger eating at the heart of Is God Is.
You see Vivica Fox on the bed and she has scars on her face. And so they're like, oh, Mom, we thought you were dead, blah, blah, blah. She's like, no, I'm not dead, but I'm on my deathbed and I'm trying to go find the man who did this, your daddy. Now they go on this journey to actually find their father to exact revenge. And on this journey, they meet his old wife, Erica Alexander, who is a pastor. Then they meet his lawyer, played by McKelty Williamson. Then they meet his new wife, played by Janelle Monáe.
This film has a stacked cast. We're talking about Sterling K. Brown, Vivica A. Fox, Cara Young, Marilee Johnson, Kelty Williamson, Janelle Monáe, Erica Alexander.
Although initially Anaya is hesitant, she and Racine assumed the mission. Her and Racine both referring to their mother as God, because for all intents and purposes, she is. She is their creator. She has seemingly resurrected from the dead, and who could ever casually dismiss God's commands?
Imagine finding out that your mother, who you thought died in a fire, was actually alive, but on her deathbed, and gives you the request and task to go and find the father that left you guys for dead and make sure he's dead. That's the premise of the Alyssa Harris feature.
I've lived with this story for about a decade, a little bit longer, and to have this many people respond to it, to basically have been given a megaphone for this story that I've lived with and loved deeply is incredible.
Is God Is. The film follows two sisters that go about a journey of revenge for their mother after they find out that she is alive, and they seek out to take revenge on their father who left them for dead and burned their mother alive. The play, originally written by Alicia Harris.
I hope that people are thinking about rage, about Black women's rage in particular, but also about the cost of that rage, what it means to hold it.
Is God Is the film adaptation of Alicia Harris's Obie-winning play. So the movie centers on twins, Francine and Anaya, played by Cara Young and Marilee Johnson. When they were young, they got scarred from a fire, which they thought took their mother. However, they come to find out that the mother...
All right, I've had enough. And I'm going to pass it to you first, Saul, because there's so many psychological layers on this. I didn't even know that it was a play. Of course, it's written by a woman, but this is just like a murder Black man festing. I don't care how people are portraying it. And the particular thing that you're going to have these Black women disfigured on film, the whole film, it's for shock value. This is to sear into the psyche the barbarity of the Black man. This is horrible on so many different levels, and the film hasn't even dropped yet. So all of the women giving their commentary, these are all the Keishas very excited about a film about killing patricide, killing your father. Like I said, the propaganda is full force. The hatred of the heterosexual Black man is real. It's all yours. Saul, take it away.
This is nothing more than a 21st century extension of Birth of a Nation style filming to make us out to be brutes, to dehumanize us, and to practice a term that I've come to know as today, feminist eugenics. You know, this is a sort of collective psyche of people where they're in groups and in mass practicing a form of narcissism. As example, naming the mother God, and obviously you have dumb eunuchs who actually follow this sort of religiosity of that, i.e., Pan-Africanism, and people of the ilk such as your boy, you already know, the list goes on with them. You know what I mean? I don't need to even give them any sort of acknowledgement. Now, to talk about violence and normalize violence against Black men, with films like this, it sort of, provides in the mind to women that, it's okay to exact violence against Black men. And when Black men defend themselves, it's considered domestic violence or this, that, and the third, and this is another way for somebody who's washed up and irrelevant, and, to kind of capitalize on that sort of collective dating psyche that Black women like to practice, i.e. what we've seen with Klay Thompson and that whole fiasco this past week. You have Vivica Fox, who's probably going to have a bunch of, hairy armed big bitches flocking to the theaters, to eat this up because they're still mad at 50 over some shit that's damn near 25 years ago. So I would say, be careful, because, these people are normalizing violence against Black men. And, it's kind of a double-edged sword in the sense that if you defend yourself, you're considered a domestic abuser. If you don't do anything, you leave your hands into their fate. So watch out for this because they're fully weaponized. I mean, biological weapons, So we really got to keep in mind what's at stake here. I'll land my plane there.
To your point, guys, keep an eye out. I would be interested to see the level of violence going up against Black men in terms of like chicks killing their boyfriends, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, a year or so after this movie comes out. Tito, it's all yours.
I began telling y'all, I think in the summer, like 2 years ago, that as the political left began to
white man's
discard Black women politically because they were no longer useful, that they would do this on the way out because they wouldn't allow them to fall back to, going under the tutelage of Black men. So that's all of it. That's really what this is about. You know what I'm saying? They know that Black women are no longer politically useful. So now they setting them up to get them to go out in one final blaze of glory and take as many Black men and children as they can with them. That's all this is.
Spot on. Go ahead.
That's all this is. No, that's I'll land my plane there. That's all this is, man. That's why they doing this.
Okay, look at you not beating around the bush. Mr. O, that's all you.
Well, I'm a film and entertainment buff, right? So this is right on schedule. Every 40 years, they got to come out with a film to go ahead and denigrate the Black man. Let me go down memory lane. First one, Birth of a Nation, was showed in the White House, in front of that racist Dixiecrat Woodrow Wilson. That's the first one. Then you get down 40 years later, down to 1945, close to 48. You got Killer Dilla. Big old film back in the late 40s going to the early 50s. 40 years after that, you got The Damn Color Purple, in which I name myself respectfully after Mr. Since y'all want to go ahead and call me Mr., paint me as Mr. Since the day I came on my mama's cot, y'all want to go ahead and paint me as Mr., I might as well become Mr. That's why I am Mr. O with the info. Basically, go ahead and give y'all all type of hell and fire brimstone to go ahead, y'all ungrateful asses. And now we got this beautiful film called Is God Is, about a Black bitch being so-called God. You can't make this up. This makes the whole test motherfucking get into a wet frenzy along with the so-called strat. This right here is diabolical. For real. And you know, they're gonna give a whole bunch of award season for this film. I hate to say it. I thought Vivica Fox was gonna go out like Stephen A. Seagal with her trajectory of films and everything. I thought she was gonna go from good to terribly bad. But this bitch might actually get an Oscar playing so-called almost near-death misandrous, telling her so-called little crumb crushers to go ahead and kill their so-called pappy.
Yo, I know you said that tongue in cheek, but she may actually win a fucking Oscar for this.
I want to be in tongue in cheek. Hey, look, it goes down with the same course. Hattie McDaniel had to play a damn near nigga slave bitch and Gone with the Wind, got an Oscar. Hell, the ugly bitch called Whoopi Goldberg, you know what I'm saying, had to go ahead and be a psychic friend to a white lily bitch and got an Oscar. Halle Berry had to get popped by Billy Bob Thornton from the Beyonder. She had been over for Billy Bob Thornton to get the Oscar. Don't get me started about our girl Monique, who had to basically be the Wicked Witch of the West, Mommy Dearest for Precious. Do I gotta go ahead and keep on go down this damn lane for so-called black art excellence? Yo, this film is number propagandized on bullcrap to go ahead trying to itch on a black man. Let a black man come out with a movie like Is God Is. They were boycotted. And I'll land my plane there.
Spot on. You're right. They would boycott. Though one thing that's a shame. This is the author. Apparently, it was a play first. It's a shame. She's kind of fucking pretty. It's kind of my type.
Oh, don't even get me started. Tiana Taylor. I forgot about Tiana Taylor. Being a pregnant, divested bitch in a fucking. No, you know what? This is a sick joke.
Miss, what do you call it? No news. It's all yours. You end this segment out for us, and you can take your time. So you get some.
All right, let me start off by saying this. Vivica A. Fox has been flying under the radar for a minute. My wife watches the Young and the Restless, and she appears on there. This is her last hope at making a bag before she has to, pretty much be put out to pasture. All right, now the other part of this is just a remake of an old movie I saw when I was little. Like my parents used to watch all those old blaxploitation films. And one of the movies I remember was 5 on the Black Hand Side. This is just a remake of that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people didn't catch that. I was like, wait a minute. I've seen this before.
The only movie I could reference was The Burning Bed with Farrah Fawcett, because my mom used to like this. But that was a white woman who set the husband on fire.
Right. So like every 25 or so years, it kind of coincides with voting rights. Like every 25 years, you got the voting rights, they do something with that, right? And then every 25 years you get a new Waiting to Exhale, Color Purple, 5 on the Black Hand Side. And this is what this generation's Color Purple movie is God Is. And then next thing you know, you're going to see a bunch of posts pop up, just like you've seen all these chicks excited about this movie. This is their Waiting to Exhale moment. So now I'll land my plane there on that one.
All right, look at everybody being all professional and succinct tonight. International Quiet Storm said, who is that on the panel? That is the one and only No News podcast of the Diverting Hate Research fame. All right, guys, that was a good segment. Give yourselves a goddamn round of applause. All right, bet. All right, let's do the next segment. The next segment is let's get down to some brass friggin' text, courtesy of Tito. And this is the shout out to Clarence Thomas. Lo and behold, the conservative thinkers that we once thought were not all with it are apparently. I've said this to Saul earlier this week. Clarence Thomas may be single-handedly helping save the goddamn republic. If you know, you know. I don't need to go into a big civics dissertation with you to explain that. So with regard to this ruling, which I'm about to pull up, and shout out to Tito, he covered this earlier this week. Let me share my screen real quick. So let's get a little bit of background on this. historical decision. I believe it was a 6-3 decision. And once again, with these pivotal decisions, the only black Keisha on the court, shout out to her for throwing alley-ooping and throwing up some of the most ridiculous legal arguments as she argued against this ruling. I don't believe that she wrote the dissent. You guys, I've said this before. You guys don't realize that it's a win for us that her political reasoning and argument is being recorded for posterity's sake, and that it's being recorded juxtaposed. Who's turning out to be a legal giant in his own right against a black man, Clarence Thomas. So they'll both be in the same book, and for history, we'll be able to see the brilliance of the black man and the DEI Keisha. You can't make this shit up. It's beautiful. I'll keep an eye on the chat. Guess I'm going to lose more female friends. Yeah, quite possibly. All right, let's play some of this Supreme Court ruling on the them shooting down the Voting Rights Act, Louisiana, and allowing for some of this redistricting, which is a good thing. Let's go.
Morning. Okay, so this at first blush here is a win for the plaintiffs who were not black plaintiffs. They were non-minority voters who challenged this decision. These two districts that were minority majority, essentially, Louisiana had drawn up districts, and then they were told in a legal battle that they had not represented black and minority voters sufficiently. They went back and drew a second district. So they had two of these minority majority districts. Well, then non-black voters sued and said, this is now violating our rights on the basis of race. So it looks like this is a 6-3 decision. There is one concurrence here, but it looks like the dissent sticks together with Justices Kagan, Sotomayor, and Jackson. But here's what the majority says. They say in some, because the Voting Rights Act did not require Louisiana to create an additional majority minority district, no compelling interest justified the state's use of race in creating SB 8. That was those two new districts. That map is an unconstitutional gerrymander, and its use would violate the plaintiff's constitutional rights. Now, this opinion is almost 100 pages long, so we're going through to see if it says something more broadly about the Voting Rights Act. That had been the fear on the left, that somehow this decision, if it was favorable for those challenging these maps, that it would somehow do a big chunk out of the Voting Rights Act. Haven't gotten to language that suggests that yet. It sounds like this decision is primarily about what happened in Louisiana. So we'll keep digging through this. But for right now, it's a win for those who were challenging these two minority majority districts. Now, as we read through this and figure out the broader implications, there were 20 plus districts across the country that would have potentially lined up with this decision. They could be open to challenges that they were drawn on the basis of race, or that it was the primary factor that was used in drawing those districts. Most of those are throughout the South. So we'll look to see if there's enough sweeping language in this particular decision that may have a domino effect on some 20 other districts. Could be huge for the midterms. We'll continue to read through.
We are fucked. The Supreme Court struck down the Louisiana majority district.
Look who the panicking is. Notice the pink bonnet. You can't make this shit up. It's like
this practically guts Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act.
White racist Republicans are going to eliminate almost every single black Democrat in the South by 2028 because of this Supreme Court decision today, and we must be ready to fight back in all of the states controlled by Democrats. So I expect us to draw a map like this in California for 2028. Maybe we let them have one Republican seat because we need to be ready to fight back everywhere.
Wait. So we got to talk about the nightmare scenario that is currently unfolding for Democrats going into the midterms, who just a week ago were taking a victory lap after they got a bunch of DC suburb voters to overthrow democracy within the state of Virginia against Republicans, right? Everybody remembers that gerrymandered map that essentially stretched the DC suburbs out into rural Virginia, basically taking away voices, Republican voices from the electorate, right? That is what Democrats attempted to do. However, those maps likely are going to get shot down by their state Supreme Court due to the fact that Democrats did not follow the state constitution. And now it looks like Florida is gearing up to redistrict. And unsurprisingly, you have Democrats and liberals boo-hoo, whine, and crying foul. They're trying to take away our voting rights. Even though these are the same people who are just celebrating what happened out in Virginia. Now they're crying and protesting because they don't like gerrymandering when Republicans do it, but they were totally fine when Democrats were doing it. Amazing.
Being 79, I come from a Jim Crow era.
Look at what we got. An old nigga. And shout out to the veterans, no disrespect. He got the veterans hat on to legitimize his old nigganess.
Where blacks were second class.
Shut your old ass up.
It will not happen.
Emotions are running high here at the Florida State Capitol in Tallahassee, where Governor Ron DeSantis just proposed new maps that could add 4 more seats for Republicans and could greatly diminish the voices of Democratic voters.
It's just not fair. It's just not legal. It's just not right. It's not good for our democracy.
And this latest round of gerrymandering here in Florida brought Democrats from across the state here to the Capitol out in protest.
All right. That's, you guys already know. Hold on. I'm gonna read the super chat. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Enlightened truth. And in old nigga liberal fashion. I'm gonna read it and then I'm gonna respond to it. And I'm gonna give you your drop. Kwame Kaiju in the house. I see Democrats are for the poor. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna give it to you, Tito. Democrats are for the poor and the middle class, while the Republicans are mainly for the rich. Also, KKK leader, Jesus, David Duke. You digging in deep for that one, Playboy. David Duke ran as a Republican in Louisiana. Democrats are the party of the KKK. They just got found via the Southern Poverty Law Center actually funding the KKK and white hate groups. Oh, I'm gonna give you a drop, Playboy. Thank you for that $5 piece of propaganda. This is a thinking man's group over here. That shit won't fly. And I'm gonna give it to you to respond, Tito. I'm gonna give it to you to respond. Everybody, keep your powder dry.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do.
Yeah, and hold on for a second. International Quiet Storm. Look at you, Rebel Mind. I didn't even see it. He said, Vata, we need you. Hashtag F all you, yo, 100%. But 100%. Hold on.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.
All right, Tito, this is your segment anyway. So let me pull the super chat up. You go ahead and respond to the super chat. Once again, thank you for the $5 of Light and Truth. Your last name is Truth. I think you should refer to AI and help you go tit for tat with facts and history. You'd be in a lot better place. But respond to that, and then you can respond to the actual segment because this is your segment. It's all yours. I give you a full 5 minutes.
Okay. Enlightened Truth. I know that that we live in a very adverse environment for education, right? And it seems like you've swallowed the party line as pushed by the media industrial complex and the faulty miseducation system. Actually, the Democratic Party's vision of this country was as a white Anglo-Saxon Protestant ethno state, right, with everybody else on the outside, Catholics, black people, right? That was their vision of this country. The Democrats are the ones who fought to have slavery. And you know what? They would have been actually satisfied with a stalemate along the Mason-Dixon line and then wanted to move south and annex Mexico and most of Central America to have one big giant slave country. So that's their vision. So I don't know how you see that as being, as being like, for poor people or middle class. The only reason that I could maybe surmise that you think that is because a lot of trade unions threw their support behind Democrats, in the early 20th century. But the reason that they did that is because a lot of these trade unions were infiltrated with communists, and the Democratic Party more and more ever since the late 20s has begun, begun to take in different ranks of the Communist Party, right? And so now you say that you're just repeating what you've heard and notice that some of the poorest regions of this country, like Mississippi, Louisiana, and the Deep South, are Republican ran. Well, what does that mean? So you would rather buy into a party that seeks to destroy America just because they run the most prosperous areas? I don't understand what you mean by saying that. But the reason that a lot of these places, all of these places that you name, are actually used to be ran by Democrats. But when they talk about this party switch myth, it's bullshit, right? The reason that a lot of people in the South turned to the Republican Party in the 80s is because they could kind of like tell that the Democratic Party started to take in a lot of communists, and they didn't want to be associated with them. So even though they might still have some of the same values as far as race and all of that shit, remember where they learned it at. But it's the Democratic Party's open embrace of communists that lost these people. If they never would have embraced communists, the South would still be all Democrats, just like they was in the Civil War. But regarding this segment, this shit is so silly. First of all, reapportionments happen every 10 years anyway. The other thing is that some of the worst gerrymandered states are the blue states. Look at my state, for instance. Look at Illinois. They got this big giant crescent shaped that runs all the way from Joliet through the middle of the state, and then like down through Sauget and St. Clair County, all the way to the end of the state, and then everywhere else. They're like, come on, man. The worst gerrymandered states are the blue states. So with this Supreme Court decision, what does this really mean for black people? Not much. You're still going to be able to vote like you normally could. And then you got to ask yourself, what has all of these years of continuously expanded representation through gerrymandering actually gained for black people? How is it that even though they gerrymander these states, give the Democrats a couple of more seats every few election cycles, and you get more and more niggas in office, How is it that the Asians have a anti-Asian hate crime bill and you can't even get a lynching bill passed, an anti-lynching bill passed? How is it that HBCUs have to constantly beg for funding despite expanded representation in Congress? How is that? Well, two reasons. Number one, the Democratic Party doesn't have to give niggas shit because they just run off a race, which is really, as we just found out recently, is all provocateur bullshit anyway. And number two, half of the people in the Congressional Black Caucus are not even black people any fucking way. They Trinidadians, they Jamaicans, they everything else, they Haitians, they're not even black people, right? So so you're gonna lose. And think about this: why they trying to make you think you're not gonna have the right to vote no more? You're gonna lose seats in states that Republicans ran anyway. What the fuck does it matter? That's where you're gonna lose seats at, right?
Go ahead.
And then, like I was saying, before we even started this broadcast, that the people who complain the most about these redrawn maps that get redrawn after these lawsuits, it's actually white Republicans that complain the most. Imagine being a white Republican representative, a federal U.S. representative that was in a straight up secure red area. Then all of a sudden some lawsuit comes along and now you got like 80,000 or so out of a constituency. You got like 80,000 or so people now that are like straight up fucking communists that you got to contend with at the polls. So now they actually can come in and give funding to a Democrat to run against you, to where ordinarily you might have actually ran unopposed, where you just had to win the primary and that was it. But now you actually got to run against somebody and you got to deal with the Democratic machine, and we all know what happens when you bring the machine in the election: cheating. So the main people that this is actually going to probably affect is incumbent white people who hold office as U.S. representatives already. But that's the shit that CNN and MS Now won't tell you. You know what I'm saying? That's probably the people who are going to be the most worried about shit like this, because what they celebrate at the Newsmax office is a different reality from a person on the ground that's actually got to run and win and fund a fucking race, right? It's a different reality. Now I'll land my plane there.
Oh yeah, I'm going to piggyback on what you said. I'm glad that this super chat came. Pay attention, chat. This is the what you call arguing in bad faith. Look at this sleight of hand. You see how far they had to reach back with this David Duke shit, when we know recently in recent history all of the KK stuff related to the Democratic Party. Shit, like I said, the indictment to the Southern Poverty Law Center just came out. So this person bypassed all that, went back all the way to David Duke. And even after David Duke, we know that Joe Biden eulogized Byrd, who was a grand wizard of the KKK, right? So that's what you call arguing in bad faith. The other thing is, I want to put the statement that they picked Jackson, Mississippi, Republican run. Once again, this is a bad faith argument. And I made a tongue-in-cheek statement that said, your last name is Troop. You should refer to AI, which I did while Tito was talking. And all we do is cover how poorly run all these Democratic cities are. I mean, we were going to do a Karen Bass segment tonight. Burnt out, laid down. We got two guys from Chicago right here. So the statement made was that these Republican-run Mississippi, Louisiana, right? And about how poor it is, right? It could be because they got a Republican governor, they've got a Republican Senate seat, but so he's referring to how poor those areas in Mississippi, Louisiana are. But what do we find out? You just refer to AI. Those poor areas that he's referring to are run by Democratic mayors.
Yep.
John
How about
Horn,
this? Have them come up.
John Horn, Percy Bland, and Eric D. Simmons, all Democrats. So the actual areas that he's referring to that are so poverty stricken in this Republican run state by the governor, the actual poorest parts that he's referring to are run by Democrats. And I copied and pasted and put it in the chat. We are fucking undefeated.
Let me ask y'all a question. Is racial gerrymandering really necessary when there's no more poll taxes, none of that, and it's no more like outright physical voter intimidation? I mean, for fuck's sake, do you know that Utah has elected 3 different black mayors in Utah? It's not a single majority black district in that state, but they still got 3 black mayors elected. What do they tell you?
Shout out to International Quiet Storm out super chat. He said, "Yeah, I need another drop. We can't tie Vato to this level of faking." Yo, shout out to the chat. We do what we do over here.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. And fuck all you hoes. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. And fuck all you. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do. And fuck all you hoes.
And Light and Truth says, "I'm not a Democrat. I support your show regularly. I'm politically independent, also from Chicago. So I've seen nothing but the left running my city." All right, well, that's a good thing. My only point was that it was a disingenuous argument. You know what I'm saying? And if you're gonna do that over here, you got to walk the gauntlet. This is this is a free thinking men's space over. If you've been watching the show all these seasons every Sunday, you know how you know what the protocol is. You're gonna live and die by your arguments over here. You know what I'm saying? And those are, and I pointed it out. Those are bad faith arguments, especially when these are arguments that could very easily be disproven or fine tuned with a simple Google search. Saul, all you.
Another reason why these Democrats is panicking is the Great Migration 2.0. Okay. You have a lot of quote unquote people leaving in droves from these sort of blue city hellholes or whatnot. You know, urban decay. The shit looks like a blend between Escape from New York and King of New York. You know what I mean? With rapid homelessness, immigrants, perverts, freaks, and weirdos. You know what I mean? They just try to put they try to gift wrap it, but shit is shit, especially when you still try to put a gift wrap on it. But that's what they're worried about. They were going to try to underhandedly gerrymander in the North and in the South, you know, let things be what it be and hope that, you know, there's going to be some sort of Democrat, wave at the down bottom. And, you know, people caught it. I think that's what it boils down to. And all this is about ownership anyway. You know, these political parties are absent of identity. You know what I mean? And this is why these Democrats want to, would you say, define themselves as black or, you know, use that as such, you know, when it's convenient. But when it comes to any handouts or tangibles or set-asides and stuff like that, it's people of color and everybody else. So I think that, you know, this is a good win for the country, an excellent analysis by the Supreme Court. Let them cry. And as far as I'm concerned, in order to have any sort of leverage and stuff like that, I mean, this is the way to go. Now they actually have to compete. they actually have to do what they need to do. And then there's the other aspect of it to where you have people who are actually a little more free thinking, who are a little more independent and conservative leading. So this is a direct threat because you have, movements like, the Space Here, FBA movement and stuff like that, to where a black candidate could actually theoretically rise out of the ranks viably. So just want to put those out there. I do see some requests for overtime. I'm down with overtime. You got your initial vote.
All right, cool. All right, cool. Mr. O, no news. I'm going to get you to end out the segment, and like I said, you could take your time. I'll give you a full 5 minutes, give you some airtime. I think this is your first time up on the Sunday panel, so you should. I'll give you some airtime, Mr. O. This the Supreme Court decision. What say you?
It's cool when they do it, you know what I'm saying, but when we do it, fuck. I mean, Barack Obama, Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, even Hillary Clinton herself was talking about all this stuff about gerrymandering decades upon decades upon decades on end. Saying it's a strain to our democracy. It's going to allow legal voting. It'll allow any and everybody to get a vote in with who ain't supposed to. But now we're in 2026, and now everybody like, oh, we were just playing. That was a different time. We got a new agenda. We have new people that we got to get to vote for this next election, so we can stay in office. Yeah. We see through y'all BS, man. And me being, what I'm saying, they call me slow too in the school system, Chicago public school system. They called me slow, but for some reason, my slow behind could put two and two together. Be like, I wish Senator MacArthur was here today. I wish he was here today to see what's going on. He'd be like, man, I literally warned y'all back in the late 40s, or even to the almost to the 60s about this. And look at y'all. Y'all just pathetic. And with my slow behind, I'm starting seeing a whole bunch of stuff that's being scapegoated, let it go to the cracks. These people are gerrymandering. They still support racist white supremacy, and funding it, making black people fund for the racism and trauma that they so-called want to go get and shut down. Go figure. And now you gonna basically do the coup de grace like I did in the state of Virginia, in which y'all basically restructure and redistrict the whole state of Virginia to get that communist so-called governor, and which you're not making everybody in the state of Virginia and the Commonwealth basically poor. So congratulations, y'all played yourself, and I land my plane there.
Well played. All right, no news. That's you. I'm gonna give you a full 5 minutes. Like I said, I think this is your first time up on a Sunday panel. I'm pretty sure. And we done had some back and forth in the chat, and whatnot. So go ahead. It's all yours.
All right. So when it comes to this gerrymandering and what's going on today, I think this is just us returning to normal. We've tried the whole progressive / liberal crap for the last 60 years, and it hasn't worked out for us. So good men and women have been returning to where we've been the entire time. The way we built ourselves up before segregation, desegregation rather, we were very conservative. I've gone through the text, I've learned a lot from Tito in that respect, that we were one way, and all of a sudden we got off track, and now we have what we have today. So now that we're returning back to the root of where we've been, a lot of folks have a problem with it. Some people don't want to go back, but it's what built the black community in general in the first place. You don't get Black Wall Street being liberal, being outliers, being on the fringes of everything. And unfortunately, these folks have had a loud voice in the last couple decades, and leading folks down the wrong path. And that's where we come in, where we're trying to level set everybody back to where we were once before. So I applaud the brothers in this space for doing the research and reminding folks that this is not how we built ourselves up. This is not how we go forward. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to take a step back to initially take a couple steps forward. So I applaud folks on that. We don't need this whole gerrymandering thing anyway, because this is not the 1950s. This is not brothers swinging from trees every damn day just to have a vote or getting lynched at the polls. So these people offering pushback, they're only doing that because they want power. That's all they care about. They don't care about what we got going on. They don't care about, you know what I'm saying, the state of the black community. They don't care about nothing. They just want to maintain power so they can live comfortable under their shells and not have to worry about anything. Meanwhile, we got to carry the load. So I like the Supreme Court decision. I like what Trump and all these administrations are doing. Simply because like they're destroying our enemies at the same time, level setting the entire country, and I'll land my plane there.
All right, well played. No, I agree with that sentiment as well. I like the last part. Level setting the country and destroying our enemies at the same time. Exactly. What's up with my drop? Come on, streamer. There we go. All right, cool. All right, good segment. We're actually making good time. We're at the 1 hour and 16-minute mark. Let's get this other piece of fuckery out of the way. Saul may have been one of the first. I don't know. Maybe was that season 3, something to that regard of just saying that. As we start to reach escape velocity with the lexicon and what the conversations the brothers was having down in this space across all channels, and it was starting to get some mainstream traction, that the various elements that would come out to either discredit or some form of propaganda, gaslighting, etc., or just all-out blatant attacks via the mainstream media, via the quiches, that it was also we were going to see a culmination. We were going to start seeing it come from the church, and that we were also going to start seeing it from the fruit mongers, and that it would culminate into a perfect storm of all-out misandry against the black man in particular by name, and it would be a resurrecting of all of the tropes as well as new ones. We're starting to see this perfect storm. We just covered the movie. We've seen guys, a divester got left hanging in Zanzibar. We haven't heard anything about the Caucasian man. He's not and suddenly, in a week and a half time span period, the entire social media has turned into black men, black male misandry. We're the most violent. This whole divest who got left hanging. We don't even hear about the Caucasian male anymore. And the Keisha community does not seem upset at all about it. They are very upset about Clay breaking up with the known slur, though. Funny how that works. So in the tail end of all of that, we get this funky Dineva out of nowhere. Black men are the cancer of the community, and we need to come out. But once again, there is no table with straight black men trying to who are talking and having conversations, trying to talk about building systems and solutions. Where a fruit monger's input as to how we're going to go about doing these things is that input is necessary. I don't know any straight guys calling up gay guys for advice, so it's beyond me. Tito covered this earlier this week. I see a lot of content creators did. Good on them, because we got to push back as it comes. But I want to delve into this a little, and one, the timing, two, the propaganda, and three, the psyche of this, because this is going to be This is going to be the new normal, especially as our lexicon and our conversation becomes more and more mainstream. We're seeing that play out with this whole meme gate with Megan, and there's the general consensus with some celebrities, athletes. You see how Cam and Mace addressed it. So even funny style dressing Cam Newton. The phraseology may be different, but it is still the conclusions that they are coming to line up with the established lexicon. So that's mainstream seepage, and we see the quiches are seething. All right, so this is Tito covering some of this this atrocious commentary by this fruit monger earlier. Shout out to Saul for that for that piece of nomenclature.
No, get yourself prosper. No, get yourself prosper.
Yeah, shout out to Saul for that, because for people listening, fruit monger, that's Saul's. That's Saul's. So let's get some of Tito's coverage on this, and then we'll round robin. Let's go.
Remember, a lot of y'all just saw the annotated version of his comments. This is the full version.
Community. That's where it starts and that's where it stops. Ladies, I'm here to tell y'all something. All this shit that y'all got going on, some of y'all, not all the taking care of these badass kids. Straight black men are the cancer of the black community. That's where it starts and that's where it stops. Ladies, I'm here to tell y'all something. All this shit that y'all got going on, some of y'all, not all of y'all, with the gays and with the trans, let it go. Your issue is not a trans woman. Your issue is not a punk.
Even though trans women are out here openly trying to compete for men, even though trans women are actually talking about how they're more feminine than real women, even though trans women are out here talking about how they look better, right? And I know y'all have seen videos to that effect, or y'all heard things said in conversations to that effect. Even though these not trans women, there's no such thing. These transvestites, even though these transvestites are threatening to take away athletic scholarships away from you, because everybody not a genius. Some people are better at playing basketball or running track than they are doing their lab experiments. That don't mean they shouldn't be able to go to school. And they cutting y'all out of opportunities. They cutting y'all out of opportunities that are supposed to be reserved for y'all. Female athletic scholarships are supposed to be reserved for biological females. That's a hill I will die on. And just because I don't have kids, I don't see it any different. I have a niece that's a collegiate volleyball player. I would be pissed off to hear that some big old drag queen took her scholarship. But don't worry about them, no women. Yeah, worry about the dude that want to take you out on a date. That's your biggest enemy.
Or not a sissy. Your issue is all of our issue. Straight black men.
Pack you all the way up, son.
Not all brothers, but many. The only thing they got on their damn resume is audacity. Ooh. That's it. Ain't got shit else to offer the world but and audacity. We start talking about issues that maim.
Now I remember him. I roasted this chump before. I remember him now. Yeah, I remember him now.
All right, but That is the gist of the statement. It made its ways around. It made its way around the internet. I'm glad a lot of people are covering it. We're gonna get Saul to actually end out this round. I'm gonna pass it to Mr. O first. Go ahead. It's all yours.
Well. The day of the Gucci will never be televised, especially with these Gucci sympathizers. Yeah, they've really been trying to go ahead at straight black men. They've really been trying to come at straight black men, despite the fact we are the backbone and the forever be the so-called thriving part of the black community. If it weren't for us, there would be no black community, because for some fact you need straight men to make black people, and that's where they're gonna be. Now we got this particular dude that's coming out the woodwork who want to go ahead and I find it ironic that it's coming out this in the market before the midterms and everything. They use all what they got. They got the film Nazis, they got the so-called Black Boule, they got the so-called LGBT alphabet mafia coming after straight black men, all because we vote for Trump. All because we vote for Trump and told him to kiss our ass, and you know what I'm saying, no ask for nothing else until we get what we want. You know what I'm saying? Y'all embarrass Ice Cube, one of the most straightest black men, one of the most thought-provoking artists of our time period, and he's a married black man, married to the same woman for 30-some plus years. So how dare y'all don't want to listen to Ice Cube? And y'all had these so-called battle axe chicks that was trying to say him like, what about us black women? So you got the gays and the black women want to hold hands and want to go ahead and talk bad about the black man, but ironically, they still need a straight black man to come and do their dirty work. And I let my plane there.
Well played. No news. That's all yours. What say you?
All right. So I'll say this. When I first saw this, and then Tito covered it, and I started to do a video on it, this made me really angry. Like, what sense does it make for us to take the word of a man who gets bent over, or a male who gets bent over by other males, trying to talk to us about what real men issues are? And in the words of Saul, stay out of straight affairs.
Oh, sir.
Yeah, these individuals negate the fact that a lot of these females out here are raising the very men you're talking about. Black men like us, we left the community. We don't have any power there. The matriarchy is running rampant. You have nothing to do there. Like, you'll get run over trying to help and fix that damn community. That's why a lot of us left and never turned back. Like, there's no point in arguing with these folks. Either you get these thugs, rainbows, or simps. That's all you're getting out of that community. There's nothing for us upstanding black men to do there. That's why brothers are hopping the fence, getting their passports, or going to other communities, because of men like this and the females that run rampant in that community. There's nothing there for you. Like, it just boggles my mind that this dude pops up every so many years with a hot take trying to talk to us. We're not worried about y'all. We don't give a damn about you and the rest of these fruit mongers. We're not even talking to y'all. But for some reason, they can't keep our names out of their damn mouth. And that's the part that pisses me off. Like, we're not worried about y'all. We're not targeting y'all. We hadn't said anything to y'all, but this bitch made dude right here has a nerve to keep talking to us like we got something to do with him. Like, I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do a video on this dude and highlight, all the stuff he's talking about. We're supposed to be the cancer, but every time you turn around, there's a Keisha shoving a kid in the oven or riding around with dead bodies in their trunk. Fact. You know what I'm saying, of their nieces and nephews, or taking out their elders, or taking advantage of some folks of other communities. And
hell, Keisha just blew up a black man's own hand while he was asleep.
Exactly, and I'm still trying to figure out how she got the Acme dynamite to pull that off.
No, apparently she made it. It's homemade dynamite.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. We're already on segment 3, but since you guys said overtime, I'm gonna pull that story up. We'll cover that one next. You guys said you cool with overtime. Go ahead. That's you. We stepped on your time.
Yeah, I'm surprised she didn't get hit with no terrorist charges. Because like when I was over there in Iraq and they was making them homemade, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to say the word on here, but homemade devices. and screwing us up with those. I'm surprised she didn't get hit with those charges.
Yeah,
Like,
rhymes with LED. Yeah, rhymes with LED.
Yeah, exactly. So they let her off easy with that. If that was one of us, we'd be under the jail. You'd have charges on top of charges. Your firstborn had to serve charges with you. That's crazy to me.
How is throwing an explosive in a closed area not attempted murder? Now, mind you, they had to amputate the guy's arm because he blew his arm off. How is that not attempted murder? It's an explosive in a closed area.
Yeah, I have no idea, but there's like 20 different charges. I was looking at it and I had it in my notes. I got to find those, but there's 20 different charges she could be hit with for making, you know what I'm saying, such a device and trying to deal with her ex-boyfriend over. And not to mention, you know, you add premeditated on the end of all of those as a modifier. So like, it's crazy to me that we're the cancer, but all the extremely violent acts. It's one thing to deal man to man. We got issues with each other. We take each other out, but the stuff that these Keishas are doing goes way beyond that.
The cancer, they got 20 million deletions under their belt.
Yep, 20 million plus.
They literally do kill more than war, pestilence, famine, and famine. But we're the cancers.
Yeah,
and that's just in the womb. We ain't even talk about outside the womb.
Bro, you can add up every single pandemic, epidemic, whatever, across all our human history, including wars, and you won't equal those numbers.
Yo, say it ain't so.
It's crazy, and the numbers are going up every single year. It was like 500,000 per year they deleting their wombs, and the numbers only creeping up. So you can never catch up to what these Keishas have done. But yet this damn fruit monger want to continue to blame us for the problem that they create. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, there's so many dynamics. These chicks have, like, you know, messing with, you know, Pookie and Ray Ray, but don't want to have his baby, then they go down to the clinic. We've seen this story. All of us have seen.
Oh no, they'll have Pookie and Ray Ray kid. It's your good black man ass. They ain't trying to have your kid.
No. They'll delete them kids, but they'll keep your kid because you're an upstanding black man and get some money out of it. Because, you know what I'm saying, Pookies don't pay child support. And I'll land my plane there.
Well played, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I said, say it ain't so. If you've been here since season 1, you know. Motherfucking Wrench Turner in the building. One of the original Voltron pilots.
Thank God, nigga, I'm cooking chicken.
Wait, the song just say I just came back just in time from the chicken? You stupid, nigga. Motherfucking Wrench Turner in the building, man. One of the original pilots. We gotta do a goddamn drop for that. Hold on, man. I didn't cross reference my goddamn. Here we go.
Yo, hit the lick, Wrench Turner. Hit that lick. Come up here.
Yeah, well, yeah, Rich. You ain't gotta use your camera. You can hide out for a minute. Just come up and say something with a panel. I think you've been missing since, like, damn, right after Trump won. Actually, that might be season 5. Said Rich Turner with the $5 super chat. He say C4. Keisha. Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to do that segment.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. Man, fuck all you hoes. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Man, fuck all you. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do. Man, fuck all you hoes.
Yo, Wrench, man, there's the link, man. Just come up and say hello to the brothers. I don't think you've been on the panel in like 3 goddamn seasons. And who else we missing? Fucking Hot Sauce. I'm about to start clipping up the Sunday panels and do like a best of series because we've been doing. This is season 9. All right, I guess we're gonna do this dynamite thing after this. Saul, You ready for this? For the
Yeah.
segment we just did with the fruit monger. It's all yours, sir.
Yeah, see, here's the thing that he's forgetting. If straight black men is called I would just say we the answer, because he's the living embodiment of cancer. Let's start there. You know, you mangy.
The nigga, hey, Saul, before you even go, the nigga literally had prostate cancer. Go figure. Go ahead though.
Exactly. You know, he's literally, you know what I mean, like, you know, houses in Virginia walking. That list he got. But I'll say this, man, like, you know, as we already know, you know, we hit him with that Sosa already. I think I heard my boy No News hit him with it already. You know what I mean? And here's the thing, you know, whenever black men in particular, I don't want to qualify by straight, but I guess we have to in this environment because we're black men by default. Don't nobody need to like qualify what it is. Everybody else, like simps, weirdos, and everybody else, y'all put qualifiers on y'all shit. You know what I'm saying? By default, we're straight. So there's no need to say any of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I like what you did with that.
Okay, so black men, you know what I'm saying? We already know what we're talking about here. Wherever we congregate, whether it is, you know, on the high or the low, you know what I'm saying? We got everybody else trying to orbit and be in our business and this, that, and the other. You know what I mean? Like, he's talking about straight black men. You don't know, because guess what? Whoever you fucking isn't straight to begin with. You know what I'm saying? Right? So that's point one. Part two is you keep having these Keishas entertain them. You keep having these like old niggas, these foreigners and simps tolerate them or whatever the case may be. And as far as I'm concerned, y'all all on that side of, you know what I'm saying, needing qualifiers before y'all name at this point in this juncture. You know what I mean? Because y'all agree with this shit, and y'all the ones who let it get this far. So, you know, this is just another one. I mean, I've said this and I've said this before. You look at the articles, you look at the names, you see that they foreign. You look at the articles, you look at the names, you see they Pan-Africanists or old niggas. You look at the articles, you look at the names, fruit mongers and stuff like that, or some bitter fat bitch, you know what I'm saying, who's conventionally unattractive, you know what I mean?
Don't forget about the tethers.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, well, that's the foreigners, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all the same thing. It's the same, like, thing over and over and over, you know what I mean? And so, like I said before, you know, we really need to start like pointing this stuff out live, you know what I'm saying? Like pointing it out, you know, so that, you know, people can actually see and categorize, you know what I mean, who these people are, you know, because there's this like one-sided hostility where we just sitting here minding our business and doing our own thing. Don't nobody give a fuck about that shit. Don't nobody care about entering their circles and being proximate to them or whatever the case may be. We're black men here in America. We got the fucking sauce, you know what I mean? And they know it. And that's the problem, you know? I'll land my plane there.
All right, well played. Yo, I see you, outspoken introvert. Shout out to AC Houses in Virginia. If you know, you know. Outspoken introvert just came up with a new one. Apartments in Dallas. Apartments in Dallas. Oh, you get a 5 for that. Apartments in Dallas. And I seen you use the English cigarette joint earlier. I ain't even know dudes remembered that joint. Yeah, the English cigarette. But yeah, shout out to AC. He got the houses in Virginia. We got a new one for Funky Dineva. He probably gonna get an apartment in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. If you know what I'm saying. All right, guys. 1:38. Wow, believe it or not, we're actually making good time. That was actually 3 segments, believe it or not, and we got an extra man on the panel. All right, guys. He said I like that. Yeah, apartments in Dallas. Yeah, I heard he got an apartment in Dallas. Whatever happened? I heard he got an apartment in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? All right. Oh, that's where you get your sounds. Oh yeah. Shoot. Make sure you email that to me too. New news. All right. Let's do
sidebar before you go. I sent you something through the what you call it, through the little app or whatever the case may be. You got Viola Davis trying to bandwagon on, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, we said this and we've said this before, you're gonna start hearing a lot of our talking points mentioned by people who wouldn't classically say anything about our stances or whatever the case may be. And always say this, you're going to see them start with that and then they make the big pivot. You know what I mean? This is co-optation in real time. And how you resist co-optation is doubling down on the talking points, engaging in purity tests, and delegitimizing them from being able to say anything on behalf of us to begin with.
All right, but all right, guys. We're making good time. So actually, let's just do this additional segment. And it's right in line since we're talking about the attack on the black male with regard to the fruit monger. And this ties into kind of what I was saying with the original opening segment about this new film coming out, which is basically what someone said earlier, a former birth of a nation, as well as promoting patricide and the image of the Mr. trope and the image of the black man as a beast. And what I said, promoting more violence toward black men, which is at an all-time high, by the way. So this one is appropriate with regard to, and it's crazy that this isn't getting as much. Well, it's not crazy. It is actually to some degree understandable that it's not getting as much news coverage. Not so much that it's a domestic violence attack. It's just that the person was attacked with dynamite, handmade dynamite at that. If that's not newsworthy in and of itself, and it also speaks to the level of mental. We've been saying that since season one. The overwhelming. There is a mental health crisis in the United States with women in general, but with the black woman in particular, we're watching in real time their deterioration into madness. And I'm actually going to drop a video on this. And once again, shout out to AC. That's why we've been pumping him so hard since season one. His no Keisha policy is starting to get more and more legs. His channel is growing, and he's being, over the long run, he's being like given a large enough time horizon. We're seeing that many of his premises are being proven correct. And like I said, in a world with this type of madness, we need a hard line. So this is New York woman convicted of throwing dynamite at boyfriend, blowing off his hand.
This Deer Park woman was convicted of throwing an explosive device in her boyfriend's bedroom while he was sleeping. Prosecutors say after an argument with her boyfriend, Kiona Waddell threw a burning stick of dynamite into his bedroom. Now, once he realized what it was, he tried to throw it outside the window, but before he could, it detonated in his hand. Police say his hand is gone.
Now, I know this is going to sound crazy, but I partially blame the fella. Because if you have an argument with your girlfriend, fiance, wife, whatever, and at any time during the argument, she threatens to throw dynamite on you and blow you up, you don't ever need to have any more contact with her. How many women think about getting dynamite to blow you up? Not only did she obtain dynamite, they said she made the dynamite. I don't know in the history of the world, has it ever been a woman say, you know what, I'm not going to get a gun, I'm not going to stab you, I'm going to manufacture me some dynamite, I'm going to blow you up.
Hey, this old nigga's turn, man.
It's his apartment. She left the apartment, changed the locks. If you threaten to blow me up with dynamite, I'm going to bolt the door shit. If I can't get a locksmith or change the lock myself that night, I'm going to bolt the door. You're not getting back in. They said when he woke up, all he heard is a hissing sound. Instead of taking off running out that door, he decided to pick up the dynamite. After she threw it on the bed, she just, here you go. He said, he woke up and the dynamite's there. He decided to pick up the dynamite, try to run through the window and throw it out the window. Kabooyah! Blew his hand off and half his arm. He ran downstairs and saw her running from the scene of the crime. First of all, you can look at Kiana and see that Kiana is slap crazy. I mean, look at the eyes. There's nothing there. No one's home. Kiana slap. He gonna say.
He said that's what I first thought. What you call it? I was trying to get a twofer for with this one. Because I'm seeing how people are interpreting the news and everything with this. I absorb a lot of social media to see what people's takes are on things and stuff. So here's my thing. This bitch threw a bomb at this dude. Like, remember season? Everybody's been around from season 1 when we did the Sunday panels. And I believe we did the season 1. Remember we covered the chick running ass naked on the freeway in LA shooting into people's cars? That was 8 seasons ago. Here we are in season 9, and we got chicks actually making dynamite and throwing them at dudes that they're actually intimately involved with. And like I said, this dovetails onto what we originally opened the show out with, this Is God Is movie that's coming out. And I will almost guarantee you that we're going to see an escalation of events like this with Keisha's trying to take dudes out, whether they know them. I will even guarantee, and it's not far-fetched, because season 1 we covered a chick getting out of her car, getting asshole naked, running down the LA freeway with a handgun, shooting at people. And she wasn't like she was like a regular chick. She wasn't a crackhead or nothing. She was a regular chick, had a job and everything. And what I'm telling you is, I think we're going to see Keisha's, because a lot of these chicks are parasocial and femcells. We're starting to see that with this mega shit. We're going to see Keisha's just on some mass shooting shit, but specifically directed at black men. I'm telling you, it's coming. Mark the time and the date of this Sunday stream, because I'm telling you, it's coming. Hold on, let me do my super chat and let's do the round robin. Quiet Storm says $10 super chat. He said, nah, Machismo, we're not going to put this on mental illness. The Keisha was fully aware and fully destructive. Hell yeah. This mental illness scope, will not get a pass. No, I agree 100%. She did that out of spite. No, I agree 100%. I think this is a thing where the chicks are fully conscious, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But they're becoming normatively violent all across the board. I think the new few research is out that attacks by Keisha's on black men is actually higher than attacks of black men on Keisha's, and we know that that's been true since almost the 60s and the 70s. So that's why even this whole
it's just since the Reconstruction, man. You talking about since the 60s?
No, I'm referencing research that someone here recently dropped before. But like I said, because all we've been doing is hearing tropes. It's only recently in the last 2015, et cetera, where guys have just been collectively dropping research to debunk a lot of these tropes.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. Man, fuck all you hoes. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Man, fuck all you. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do. Man, fuck all you.
No, and I agree with the especially when it comes to set trial and sentencing and light sentences, with them using the the mental illness trope. Yeah, get out of jail free card. Yeah, I agree with that. But I also say that on the flip side, like these chicks are crazy, bro. This shit ain't normal, and it's becoming normatively not normal. This is becoming the new normal. These half of these chicks are medicated and drug users as well. Tito, why don't you do this one at the top?
You know what, man? Number one, these old niggas gotta go. We always say that, man.
We always say that.
I can't believe that. Well, actually, I can. I'm not surprised, man, that he would blame, this guy for. I don't know what has to happen to a black man in America for people not to say, "Oh well, shit, I blame him."
Oh, I picked that clip to rage bait y'all too. So just
I wonder what actually has to happen. Like, do you have to have like a fucking a meteor fall on you? Do it have to be something that fucking random for somebody not to try to, blame you for it as a black man, right? This was an extremely premeditated act, because you have to mix these chemicals in precise quantities and all of this shit, and in certain ways to be able to get an explosive yield out of them. You know what I'm saying? So this is why that book that I wrote, that's probably the last time I ever will offer solutions to niggas, because in my mind, niggas are extinct already, and shit like that, what that old nigga was saying, is part of the reason why it can never be accountability for anybody else but us, and that's why it's never gonna work. Any type of movement, anything, it's never gonna work, man. I'll land my plane now.
All right, well played. No news. Go ahead, you take that.
All right. So in light of what happened, well, not in light, rather, but this is why I tell brothers, whenever I'm in different live streams, like just stay Keisha free. It's getting to the point where you're sleeping next to it's already been at the point where you're sleeping next to the enemy. So you might as well just leave them alone completely until all of them get on the same accord and start treating us fairly. Because like this is ridiculous. That took some serious planning, some deep thought to come up with this, to harm this man that way. And I fear that this is going to become a trend. Like, you remember back when the election happened, I posted about, and I told y'all about it. These folks were talking about poisoning us because of who we voted for.
Damn, you're right. I remember
that.
You know
what I'm saying? Like the shit was crazy.
And the one Becky took killed her father with an axe for voting for Trump. Remember, we covered that.
Yeah. And like it's only getting worse. It's like you got to walk away completely for your own safety almost. Keep one eye open, what I'm saying? Don't have no chick over at your crib, because if she find out who you're aligned with, she might take you out. Like it's getting that bad. And I believe it was Tito that told us that it was going to get to this point. And I ain't gonna lie, I didn't believe it at first, but now that I'm seeing all these events unfold, the folks are just plotting on you because where you align, it's crazy to me. So I just tell brothers, like, look, man, protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't think that just because you've known this person for so many years, they won't flip on a dime with you and try to take you out. Because I'm pretty sure that dude didn't think that chick was capable of doing that rather. Like Dynamite, bro. This is some Acme Wile E. Coyote versus Roadrunners type. Like it's crazy. When I first saw the story, I didn't believe it at first and had to go do some research just to figure out, that this is actually true. And I would have never thought it, but there's no bounds to what Keisha will do. Like, and it's sad because I don't see other women doing the same damn thing. So, shout out to AC and all the other brothers who pretty much spout the same thing. Like, it's crazy. We got the worst type of women, with us. And I'll land my plane there.
Well played. Mr. O, that's all you.
half savage, less than human black bras. That's what Iceberg Slim, through his character Sweet Jones, in the greatest book of all time, right behind the Bible, called Pimp, had told me about these women. These particular women, and what's that old nigga in the village? Even though he an old nigga, he was trying to blame the black man for his so-called folly, I guess. Well, one thing he did say, and I'll quote, he said, "Look at her eyes." On my channel, I use Scarface when he said, "The eyes, Chico, they never lie." When you see these women in their eyes, you got us guys. We see the breasts, we see the thighs, we see the ass, but we gotta look into them damn eyes. That's the window to the damn soul. That chick ain't got one. Homeboy knew that, but since she's light skinned, decent face, niggas go ahead and let that go ahead pass until they go ahead and get some Acme Dynamite for your ass. Yo, I'm already on AC plan. Actually, I'm more extreme than AC. You know what I'm saying? And I know that saying much. You know what I'm saying? Everyone say he extreme. I'm more extreme than him. Yeah, I refuse to be around Keisha. I don't want to be. Y'all remember 3 feet no pressure? I wouldn't want to be 3 feet around them. They is crazy. They are nuts. Hell, one woman got dynamite. Years ago in my fair city, I remember a woman literally chopped off her husband's head off.
I remember that. I remember that.
Bro, Black Law though, we got to defend the system. We got to protect, but who's gonna protect us from them? Who? I'm just saying. Look, we have even our civil rights leaders. A woman tried to take out MLK first. Do we not remember that?
Yeah.
I mean,
stabbed him.
A black woman took out Sam Cooke. I mean,
Keisha. You see what I'm saying?
Tina Turner, damn near wanted to kill Ike. And she was the main aggressive in that relationship. But guess what? He get the bad name. Yo, I'm sick and tired of us black men always got to fall on a sword because some niggas want to go ahead and still want to stay in the community and be like, well, it's just one woman. That was just one. No, this ain't not just one single incident. They see this happen. They be like, oh, she got away with that. Oh, that means I could do whatever she did, do it times 10. They gonna let me go because, I mean, what they gonna do? I'm a black woman. And the cycle will continue to go. Actually, I don't care about us old niggas. You know, we old. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You gonna keep on messing with Keisha or you're not. I want to go ahead and pass this on to the youth. The youth need to see this and hear this. Period. Young boys and Gen Alpha, they seen their crazy ass mothers, they crazy ass aunties, they Gen X aunties, they crazy ass baby boomer mamas or grandmamas. No, we need to tell them like, look, little nigga, them 4 generations of women you see right there, and you see your generation right there. Look, you got 2 options. Either you're gonna partake and go ahead go down the same path as niggas and with the same treatment, or you and your generation gonna have to be the first one to be like, yo, what? No Keishas. And I'll land my plane there.
No, I think he's spot on with a big piece of that, because we always be saying like, well, I mean, there was some thorough oil heads, but in general, the overall prevailing knowledge from the old niggas was a lot of bad fucking information. It really was. There's a lot of bad information, and I'm glad with these conversations that we have. And like I said, I mean, even with the young niggas, like, you know what I'm saying, you responsible for what you know. But at least with the social media and what we doing with this lexicon and how it's spread, motherfuckers can't say you don't know. So at some point, I mean, you gonna have to take your lumps because a nigga told you, and that's how it's always been. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you ain't know, you ain't know. You got bad information. But if a nigga pulled your coat and you still, like, I mean, that's on you, homie. You gonna have to walk your own dogs. You feel me? Saul.
Look, man, I'm gonna say this much. When are people gonna start screaming that feminism is violent?
Yep.
Where are those calls and stuff about feminism is, you know, tantamount to errorism, right? They will catch a white boy faster than they caught this Keisha.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all always hear about these quote unquote errorist plots and stuff like that, and you know how they interfere and stuff like that. I mean, I think that really people have underestimated the nature of the threat. This is crazy. So you take this, you think this through, you get access to things that people probably wouldn't normally have. There was no alarm bells. There was no, algorithmic detection, like this person's buying this person's buying this person buying this person buying that.
Yeah, you get
this is
flagged.
one of five things that could be made with this stuff. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, you get flagged on them lists when you start buying certain components. 100%.
Oh no, it just happened to be, there's no way possible, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? And then this stuff happens, right? And my question is this: okay, yes, there were charges, but my question is, were there federal charges?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Because this is a federal crime.
Facts.
So I think that people need to start, ringing alarm about, the level of, I meant what I said when I said Al-Keisha, for real. You know what I mean? Like this person, along with others, and this mentality with those movies where, people are setting fires to vehicles. And, this ain't the first vehicle to be set on fire. From the Wait Until Excel to last year, you remember the chick almost caught on fire herself. And then you got this chick right here doing what she doing. And then you have other chicks out there setting fire to their children, putting them in bags and stuff like that. When are people going to simply say, hey, this sort of eugenics style of feminism is dangerous? Not only feminism itself, but by extension, this sort of, eugenic style of feminism, which, people the ilk like, Chrissy, Cynthia G, and the rest of them are prophesizing stuff like that, in a way give women permission to do crap like this. You know what I mean? Where are they placed on the Southern Poverty Law Center? And I hate to say it like this, but it looks like they got more bodies on the board when it comes to us than we do them. I'm not advocating for violence. No, I'm not. But when you talking about, score for score, and you sitting up here wanting to talk about this old situation with the 2014 issue in Santa Barbara, okay? All right. That ain't got nothing to do with the space or whatever. I'm talking about, if you're talking about the black male space, right? Then you want to talk about the old boy on the subway. All right. Now what? What about all of the other instances of violence against black men that go unnoticed, that nobody's talking about? This is a problem. I'll let my plane there.
All right, well played, guys. We're at the 2-hour and 2-minute mark. We are officially in overtime, and chat moving fast. I do want to do. Saul, you sent me this. Hold on for a second. You sent me this, and I actually do want to show this with Viola Davis. You could comment on this real quickly. We can round robin it if you want. But I think you're on to something with this. Let's do share this tab instead. Yes. Hold on. Let me take the comments and the banner down so you guys can see what this says. Let me make a quick adjustment. Bingo. Let me make that a little bigger. So I'll read it. It says, Viola Davis Owens wrote, "Black leaders profit from keeping black people angry and dependent. It's modern slavery." Go ahead, make the point you were making about this statement, them using Viola Davis as the spokesperson for this, because it's not random. Explain what you were saying with regard to co-optation. Saul? You gotta mute yourself.
Oh, okay. No, I was gonna give the other brothers a chance to do some analysis. I'll come in last. Don't trip.
No, I mean you're the one that's
I just want to see what people feel about it, just at his face without any bias.
All right, Cheeto, go ahead. It's all you.
You mean by her saying this?
Yes.
It's kind of strange that
I mean, I kind of I get what she's saying, but it's strange coming from her because she's the one who constantly talks about dark-skinned actresses, what they don't get, and most black women that's won Oscars, and she got 2 of them have been dark-skinned. Like that's why it's strange to hear to have this quote attributed to her, because you know the demagoguery behind her gender and skin color. I'm shocked to see this quote attributed to her. Actually, I land my plane right there. Strange coming from her.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
No, I muted my damn self. I was saying, go ahead, no news. I muted myself.
I share the same sentiment as Tito here, where it's actually surprising she even said that. You know, even though we've known her in the past to be one of the gatekeepers of Hollywood, she's starred in multiple movies, not letting any of these younger chicks who look like her come up. And for her to say that is crazy to me. It's random how this came out of nowhere, knowing that we've been saying the same thing about a lot of these so-called quote unquote black people spokespersons for years, like Al Sharpton and so forth, always speaking for us and not really having our interest in mind, operating on their own behalf rather than the consensus of most people. So it's really strange she comes out here with this statement. Like, it's really shocking. I'm still trying to process like what she really means by this. Like, I got to see the whole quote. Like, I don't know if this is the whole quote or who asked her this. Like, where the hell did this come from? This is out of left field for real. And I land my plane there.
Well played, Mr. O. It's all yours.
So Viola, I actually worked with Viola Davis on the movie that was filmed here in Chicago. I forgot the damn name. Widows. I actually met Viola Davis filming Widows as a background extra. Let me go ahead and tell you about this bitch. You want to talk about someone you don't. I used to have respect for the thespians, the actors, the actresses. But this particular chick, man, you want to talk about insecurity, and you one of the most premier Hollywood starlets, and right now in Black Hollywood or Hollywood period. Let's go back down to this so-called Oscar list, because she's on here. But this is what I be trying to figure out. Y'all black chicks in this industry want to talk about all this racism, all these Western, and they keep on giving us these roles. But every single last one, y'all got a Oscar for playing particular roles. Let's go down the list. Hattie McDaniel, Gone with the Wind. Whoopi Goldberg, being a so-called deviator sidekick bitch in Ghost. Jennifer Hudson, my ex-girl. I used to try to talk to Jennifer Hudson, you know what I'm saying? This before American Idol. I almost had to, and fuck comment. Jennifer Hudson is probably the only respectable one, but she even had to play an alcoholic has-been singer in Dreamgirls. Monique Precious, Octavia Spencer, The Help, Lupita Nyong'o, 12 Years a Slave. Viola Davis being a so-called cheated wife in Fences. Regina King, another what's the name, probably respectable role in If Beale Street Could Talk. We got what? And I got I can't even look at these other two names, Ariana DeBois and Divine Joy Randolph. Don't even know who them chicks is, but yeah, every single last one of these roles, I just got to putting it out there in the ether. Y'all play slave roles, y'all play mammies, y'all play angry drunk chicks. That's the only time Hollywood looks at your black asses for y'all so-called artistic work. And don't get me started on Taraji P. Henson around here crying because all she been known for the last 30 years is an angry black woman. So Hey, Viola. Look, you are who y'all are. If y'all got Shawnee Davis, all the rest of them, Shonda Rhimes, why don't y'all all band up and make a movie about y'all so-called image and why to be so negative? Oh, y'all can't. Never mind. And
That'd be the help part too.
Matter of fact, we did the Funky Dineva segment, and I forgot that I owed y'all a drop for that, didn't I? Where is it? I just scrolled right past it. Where's my? Yeah, we forgot this.
Good morning.
Morning to you.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
Hey, and for the record, and I'm about to send. This is the best I ever seen her. I know it's Photoshop. I know it's airbrush. This is the best I ever seen this shit ever look. And I land my plane there.
That's the thing that's funny about Viola Davis. She could look very, very attractive, or she could look very, very beat. She can. She look very, very beat, or she could look very, very attractive. And don't get it twisted. Viola Davis highly, as far as acting and whatnot. She went to the Sorbonne. She's nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, she a great actor. Hey, look, I separate the person from the art. Again, great actress, asshole in real life.
Oh, no. Yeah, a lot of actresses are asshole. Jennifer Lopez is a bitch when I met her. She was.
Like I said, I knew Jennifer Hudson before the fame.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, not the Sorbonne. You're right. She was the Juilliard. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, Juilliard, nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah.
So that's all yours.
All right. Let me go ahead with this. Look, I was in a conversation earlier with a client. I can't be, very detailed as, beyond just to give the demographic, white male. And he comes to me out of the blue, say, "Hey man, have you heard of this guy named Vince Ellison on YouTube and this, that, and the third? He's pretty controversial. He's a conservative and this, that, and the third, or whatever. I was like, no, I ain't never heard of him. Of course, obviously, just so that, I can kind of extrapolate a little more out of the individual. But the whole point is this, okay? The points are getting out there. You understand what I'm saying? Right? And so to kind of countermeasure that, they are actually taking the points, stating the points, and then they pivot. You understand what I'm saying? So they're trying to give the sort of nod to actors, or you're going to start seeing comedians and a few other people who wouldn't normally be talking like the way we're talking and stuff like that. Like I said before, we have to gatekeep that, because they're telling us who is influential, who we should, listen to, and who we should deify, and this, that, and the third. No. The points are what determine the drive of, where things are going to go. And I mean, unfiltered, unadulterated, raw, just that. You know what I mean? They're going to take people saying stuff like that, try to lead people away. And I would say, just be mindful of that, and making sure that, you're very clear as to who is credible and who's not credible. And people who are talking like this, or Johnny come latelys and stuff like that, who are quote unquote experts in their own little realm, who ain't never said anything of the like, delegitimize them. Now, if Kanye West, let's take for example, if I were to ask you all this, what if this was Kanye West saying this? How would you all react?
Damn.
Yeah, great question.
That is a good question.
If Kanye West said the exact same thing, I'll at least lead with my answer. My answer would be, I would give a little more credibility to that, because guess what? He's been consistent. You understand what I'm saying? Nick Cannon, consistent. Ice Cube, consistent. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, watch the pivot, man.
You can throw Amber Rose in there too. Consistent.
That's what I'm saying. I'll land my plane there.
All right, solid. Y'all fucking got me. Word. Word. I tried to get a dark skinned girl some love. That's where we at. That's where we at. That's where we at with it. My last girl, but my last girl was dark skinned girl. She was bad as shit. Looked like little Naomi Campbell. I try to get a dark skinned girl to love this. Y'all chopping me up in the comments. Because I said she can either look busted or she can look good. Yo, motherfucking Quiet Storm with the follow-out super chat. He go, hey, yo, did this Scooby motherfucker just get his compliment this female? Use a sip. We need that drop. I think somebody actually even sent it to me. I never installed it on my motherfucking soundboard and shit. Oh, hold on. Where's my drop? I need my simp alert drop.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. And fuck all you hoes. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. And fuck all you. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do. And fuck all you hoes.
Yo,
Bro, you might as well give us the eye candy after that one.
yeah, you're right, and you right, Cortez. That's motherfucking colorism. That's what it is, colorism. So I love this show. All right, guys, we're at the 2-hour, 16-minute mark. We get a pretty good show tonight. I'm just going to have to chop this one up since I can't put it in rotation. This is a good one. Barn burner, if you will. All right, let's just do closing statements. You guys can take your time. We're already. Hold on, what did we say? Enlightened Truth, you back for more. He said, Chrissy said it's colorist to judge Meg Thee Stallion dating history while giving Taylor Swift a pat and other white women. But once again, that's false. Shout out to all the content creators that already dismantled that, did all the research, pulled up all the old memes and everything. Like I said, we in the information age. Tropes don't stick no more. And Enlightened Truth, if you've been watching us for a very, very long time, well played, sir. Like I said, though, you will live and die by your argument over here. We take no prisoners. It's gladiator school. Closing statements. You guys can take your time. We're way past the overtime mark. As a matter of fact, for this one, Mr. O, saw you. Oh? Fuck. Did I drop this nigga? You gotta mute yourself. All right. Let's do so. We'll save Saul for last. No news. Closing statement, sir.
All right. Let me speak to the last comment about Chrissy and all these other individuals. As far as Megan Thee Stallion goes, we don't care. Like, they can call all this damn colorism crap, this, that, the third, Taylor Swift, J-Lo, whoever. We roasted all of them over the years across all social media platforms. Like we called J-Lo Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? For all the rings and all the relationships.
All the rings.
Yeah, pretty much. Lord of the Rings. And all these different names. So while all these people like Dana and whoever is talking about, we don't care. We roast everybody. If you do some dumb stuff online and make yourself look foolish, we're gonna roast you for it. If you try to break out some type of narrative about it and blame black men, we're gonna roast you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just putting all these chicks on notice.
Yeah, this is the 2026 version of the Scarlet Letter. Shout out to Nathaniel Hawthorne.
Yeah, and Quiet Storm, like I'm not over there. Like every now and then a clip will pop up on my feed, and I'll go and look and see what the hell they talking about, and then we respond just like that funky Dineva. I've known about this dude for years, and like I don't pay attention to his content, but when he says some outlandish crap, we got to go in on him, and that's the way we've been doing it down here in this space. Is like you say something stupid, we're gonna roast you for it. Everybody's gonna go in on it, especially Tito. Tito's beating me to a lot of them. Like I don't have the time like I used to sit down and go over all these videos, but like we're gonna go in on it. We're gonna make a comment. We're gonna go after these folks. There's no more black men staying silent, just taking the lumps. Nah, we're gonna give it back to you. We defended ourselves over here. There was no gender war, like Obsidian said, until we started speaking on these platforms. So, you know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. Y'all gonna have to take it just like we had to take it for years, and I'll land my plane there.
Well played, sir. Yo, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Final thoughts.
Close this statement. You can take your time.
So, what we have here is another so-called war against the straight black man in America. It never ended. We have been on Brad's mind, Becky's mind, and you can say our counterparts, Keisha's mind. Our so-called autonomy and our so-called soul poles been on their minds for over 2.5 centuries, and it's in the alphabet mafia. Let me forget that. All 4 fronts. Pause. We got 4 individuals that's always got to keep our soul poles on their minds. It's the white man, his woman, our so-called counterpart, the black woman, and the other guys, the alphabet mafia guys, them dudes.
Fruit mongers.
Yeah, fruit mongers. Thank you. For some reason, we try to stay out the way. We don't want no trouble. Only thing we want is our so-called respect and our due accommodations in this fair war. Like Sergeant Ward said in the soldier story. We just want ours. That's it. That's all. But for some reason, y'all want to go ahead and make propaganda films for over 120 odd years. Y'all for some reason keep saying we all these so-called violent individuals that's walking around in America doing all these niggerish things, but also we so-called weak, disenfranchised, we can't do nothing. So y'all propaganda tools is going kaput now, since y'all can't make up your damn minds. Then y'all got these old niggas gotta go. They just gotta go out of politics. They gotta go out the business world. They just gotta go out and just take y'all little Harley Davidsons, hit the old Route 66, and or to get you a little young plaything over in Thailand and just shut up and just retire. Cause we sick and tired you old niggas think y'all the status quo and y'all not. You and them old bras that y'all want to go ahead and hold hands with, y'all time is up. It's a new day. You know what I'm saying? Well, we's in charge now, boss. You old niggas, y'all so-called duty services no longer needed. So we need y'all go ahead, like I said, get on double ARP. Go ahead, get y'all blue chews or what have you, and just go and do what you do and just shut the fuck up. You old Keisha's in politics, it will never be y'all will never ever probably ever be elected ever again, as long as I'm alive and got blood pumping through my heart. But simple fact, y'all got all these offices, y'all did all these things y'all was saying y'all was gonna do, but y'all basically threw all black boys and black men to the side, even going so far to go ahead and eliminate us from the womb to make sure you ain't got no competition. But you still want us to come in solidarity, protect y'all from y'all feelings and from yourselves. And how dare y'all? How dare y'all? Triple dare y'all. Fuck y'all on top of that. And I'm gonna land my plane here. These gerrymandering tactics that the Democrats and the left trying to do to us, y'all's gonna lose. Y'all's gonna lose terribly. I don't know who y'all gonna even run in the so-called midterms or in the grand election in 2028. But look, y'all got no leg to stand on. Y'all, everything y'all said that the left me the right do, y'all do, and y'all can't backpedal no more. And we here to go ahead and keep on exposing y'all. And I'm gonna land my planes there.
Yo, Lord Lovesmith in the building. What up, Playboy? Where you been at, man? And we had Wrench dropping out of nowhere. All right. We must be pulling down heavy bandwidth tonight. Lord Lovesmith in the goddamn building. I seen Lord of Brooklyn too. All right, guys. Let's do Tito.
As the midterms approach, if any of you live in any of these states, remain in states that have these special elections due to resignations or last minute redistricting, make sure you pay attention to that and get out the vote, because there's going to be hell to pay if they get back in power. I'm telling you, if they get back in power, you gonna want to pack up your shit and leave. So make sure that you focused on getting out the vote right now. I know it's kind of early to be talking about this, but this really, unlike all of the hype jobs that the left likes to do, this really is a crucial election coming up, and I'll land my plane there.
I think you're spot on, and to the point about it being too early, I think that you were spot on because if you guys remember, right after the Trump election, shout out to Saul, March to the midterms, we start talking about the midterms almost maybe 2 weeks right after the election. It wasn't even, he hadn't even reached inauguration yet. So it's crazy that, midterms are 2 years out. And now as we are approaching it, it's crazy seeing all the momentum. I've been saying this all the past several weeks. And correct me if I'm wrong, and you guys could chime in the chat and on the panel. I can't remember a time when collectively, black men in particular, black people were ever talking about the goddamn midterms, ever. Do you know what I'm saying? The maybe presidential election, maybe a local election, but full-blown conversations about midterms and being up to date and stuff like that, I've never seen that. So this is and like I said, I know we actively slow walk that down.
You know why, Machismo? Because it started with the boomers. They started the trend. Solid generation going back with them, they was always involved in politics. Ironic.
No, I'm talking about in recent history. I'm not talking about. I'm talking about the midterms in particular. We've never heard niggas talking about the midterms, just even before like the internet. You understand what I'm saying? So this is, I'm saying it because I know we actively, me, myself, Tito, we've had this conversation and we've slow walked this down for a year and a half, deliberately. So like, when I go on the social media feeds, not even just YouTube, and I just see regular black people like in their cars talking about it's just like, okay, we're onto something here. So like Saul and I were talking about that earlier this week. Tito, I know you just landed your plane. Saul, all yours. Take us out of here.
Mic check.
There you go.
You're absolutely right. Nobody has really been talking about midterms like that. Not in modern recent history. Not to the extent niggas wasn't interested in no midterms. Niggas wasn't even really interested in no damn recall elections or primaries or any of this other stuff. You know what I mean? So it is what it is at this point. You all have power now. We got to maintain it. You know what I'm saying? So do what you got to do. Get out the boat. Spread the word. I mean, just this week, I was pretty proud to see that Chicago Flips Red collaborate with Philly Flips Red. So now there's a ground presence in a what you call it, contested state. So I'm just saying the word is getting out. I mean, you seeing Viola Davis trying to put her bid in and be on the right side of history. The word is getting out, gentlemen. So yeah. By the way, just some extra stuff here. Being political free agents. It's Culture Podcast. My boy Mark Stevenson did something on it. He just hit 6,000 views. Go over there, subscribe to him, check him out. You know, he's been punishing them damn old guard folks and weirdos, any enemies of the black man, man. So, you know, this is where we at, man. But salute to y'all. Another good week. And we're going to keep this train running into the midterms, man. I'll let my plane there.
Yes, sir. All right, bet. Detroit 313, I see you in the building. Replay gang, yeah, you're going to have to. I can't even put this one in rotation. Real quick, man, shout out to, this is what I was looking for. International Quiet Storm says, I got my primaries voting card today. You better believe it. I'm taking the day off of work. I'm walking my black ass into the voting booth. Straight up, man. Straight up. All that, your vote don't count shit. Tell that to the goddamn Somalians that then took over Minnesota. Tell that to the goddamn Nigerians that then just put out a big press release statement about how many Nigerians they didn't got elected into Congress and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. What's his face? Dennis Sperling just reposted it. How did they get there? Goddamn vote. You guys that think that your vote don't count, tell that to Somalians that then sent 8 billion plus back to Somalia because they done voted themselves into the majority. And Minnesota of all places. If a place ain't white, it's goddamn Minnesota. Keep listening to these old niggas, man. You're gonna wake up with dick on your breath, you dumb fucks.
Damn.
Shout out to the chat, man. Thank you to everybody that supported the stream this evening. Man, we need that. We need that goddamn money. Shout out to No News. Thanks for dropping by. And shout out to my to my panel in general, Mr. O, Tito, Saul. I say this every Sunday. You guys don't know what it takes to put this. We're in season 9. You guys do have no idea. I mean, in the chat, what it takes to put this shit on consistently every week for 9 seasons. All these guys are in different states, different time zones, and I'm in a different goddamn country. So shout out to my panel because I can't do the show, and then shout out to everybody who comes and hangs out with us at an ungodly time every goddamn Sunday. And to our credit, though, we've done it so well that we're making all the other fuckers stay up late on a Sunday just to hate and stream at the same time. Gotta love it. One way or another, we will win. This is the little channel that could. Once again, man, we appreciate you guys. Thank you for supporting the channel the way you do. We can't do without you. We're cooking up something good for you this week. Monday, Tuesday, that's me and Mr. O. And maybe No News popping up for random shit. Probably be on, I believe, 10:30 Central, so that's 11:30 Eastern. And I am slowly but surely retooling news desk. I think I may end up be doing it twice a week. I'm trying to do it like a real news show. The first 69 episodes, I was just kind of fucking winging it. That being said, like I always say about now, you guys think for your goddamn selves. Don't be a sycophant. Don't listen to dilettantes. And as always, good night and good luck.
Here's another classic. The definition of hip hop. Here's another classic. The definition. Chemistry. Here's another classic. The definition of hip hop. Here's another classic. The definition. Chemistry. Here's another classic. The definition of hip hop. Here's another classic. The definition. Chemistry.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal. I don't.
Okay. We'll do it live. Okay. No. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Right. Fucking thing sucks.
Good morning.
Morning to you.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay. Good morning.
Morning to you.
What?
I used to say silly things like, where are all the good men at? Until I started taking accountability. Now I know I'm just an ain't shit ass bitch.
Maybe I am the problem.
Maybe I am the problem. Maybe I am the problem. I used to say,
Is Wayne Brady gonna have to choke a bitch?
Salute the black man. I salute. 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 Salute the black man. I salute.
Brothers and sisters, give me your grit money, give me your weave money, give me your perm money, your Jordan money, your Alizé money, your 40-ounce money. We need the money, brothers and sisters. How about you hit the Cash App? Brothers and sisters, give me your grit.
Hey woman, listen here. Since your old man ain't got no heart, maybe you'd like to see a real man. I bet you stay up late every night dreaming you had a real man, don't you? I tell you what. Bring your pretty little self over to my apartment tonight, and I'll show you a real man. You want it? You get out!
And afterwards, that is directly following, I want to talk to you about something even bigger. Namely, this is Mac Syndrome. And what you're about to witness is one of the most sinister sounding intros to a trailer to one of the greatest epics ever produced in the history of television. And there's more, because you are going to see it as well.
Yes, it.
I analyzed videos of over 100 instances of Superman catching people falling from buildings. Superman dips 30% more to cushion the blow of white people than he does blacks. This is a clear indication of implicit bias. There's no way around it. Superman is racist.
What they neglected to tell you is that the white individuals
all fell from skyscrapers. The black individuals fell from smaller buildings, on average, experiencing significantly lower velocities.
And why does Superman live in Metropolis, the city with the lowest crime rate in America? Because it's also the city with the whitest population in America.
To heck with this. I'm moving to Poland.
Shit. Got your ass.
Every man walking this planet who's having a baby should have a DNA test. I don't give a damn if you married. I don't give a damn how mad your wife gonna be for asking her. It's not about her. It's about your own protection. If you're dealing with a woman who's opposed to it, it already lets you know the caliber of woman that you're dealing with. I have a son. You goddamn right I got a DNA test on mine and we were married. Was she upset? Yes. Did she get over it? Yes. Would I ever get over the thought of me raising another man's son? No. Fuck that. I'll be damned. Oh man, I'm thinking this kid's not mine, but if I ask her for a DNA test, man, I think she gonna be mad. Man the fuck up. Every man should have a DNA test for every single child that he has. Every man.
Sorry.
Hey, where's Stewie?
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. Okay, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter.
There it is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean, to play us out? To end the show?
Yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today, and we'll leave you with I can't do it. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Stewie Griffin. Thanks for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.